I'm back. I know I've been away for about, 4 days? But I did tell you I was in the middle of a move. So, move is done. We're here. Actually, I had a video talking about the whole move. Basically, I've been out of town for like 10 months. But that's the story in itself. I'll share that later. Anyway, there is a lot that I need to catch up on. There is a whole lot. There was 2XKO news, which I'm going to look at this now. A new movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, which to me is one of the greatest actors of all time. It's so many other things I gotta catch up on. So I'm gonna react to certain videos. And I got gameplay for y'all of my journey with Steve. I'll post that today. I just got a lot going on after being away. But it's all good. We'll do one thing at a time. And first we'll do the reactions. And then we'll do the gameplay and all that other stuff. But shout out to Rufil Monger. Hold on. Sorry if I said this name wrong. 2XKO had like an hour live stream. And he's going to break it down in 17 minutes. So I like that better. Because I'm assuming he's talking about what was on that live stream. I'm assuming. He has a whole lot of information, it seems like, here. So we're going to look and see what he says. You know, say it every time. 2XKO is my most anticipated game ever. I know people are looking forward to GTA 6. I'm looking forward to this game. So, number one. I am looking forward to GTA 6 considering I never really played a Grand Theft Auto game before. But this is number one. So hopefully there's a release date. And hopefully I can get, whenever they do their stress test, whatever they call it, the alpha test, that I can get one. Because I didn't get it last time, and that was a downer to watch other people play, but I won the lab. So hopefully I can get it this time. But anyway, yes, I'm back. Let's get into this. I got a lot to do, a lot of gameplay for y'all, I got some movie reviews, I got reactions, I got it all. So, and I'll do a tour of my new place later. I'm still in the middle of putting things together. But here we go. Shout out to him. I'll put the original video in the description below. Let's get into this.
Welcome. This is Rufil.
Oh, shoot, wait.
Hello and welcome. This is Rufil Monger, my friends. We got a motherload of 2XKO news dropping.
Break it down for us.
The video's a little bit later than you might expect. I've had a lot of travel. I had a 4-hour train ride to Toronto, then a heavily delayed plane.
Dude, I like this Jinx skin. Hold on.
And now I'm in Vancouver.
Can we talk about this new skin, though? I just happened to notice it.
You might expect. I've had a lot of travel. I had a 4-hour train ride to Toronto.
Oh, that's fly. I mean, Braum, I think that's how you say his name. His is cool, but Jinx is really nice. Oh, that's pretty fly.
Heavily delayed plane. That was also 5 hours for the flight itself. And now I'm in Vancouver for the Battle of BC. Hard to make videos when you're on trains and planes, unfortunately. But now I'm in a hotel room so I can make my videos. And yeah, 2XKO, lots of big, let's just hit some of the big bangers out of the park here. Number one, when is the second playtest? We knew there was a second beta coming. When is it? It's running April the 18th to April the 20th.
Okay.
And this is for Canada, United States of America, and Brazil. Now, previously, they did say the next test they want to have would be a much more worldwide affair.
I hope I can get into it.
Plans change kind of deal. As
I want to play it so bad.
In scope than was originally planned. Although a bigger, more worldwide test is still in the books sometime in the future before release. And now let's get another really big piece of news out of the way. One that might have you feeling a certain kind of way, one way or the other.
These animations, bro. I'm listening to them, but I'm looking at this gameplay too.
So, 2XKO, and they're still committed to launching this year. They haven't said anything else.
Oh,
2XKO
they are? Wait. Make sure before I get overexcited. He said this year, right?
Launch roster. So, 2XKO, and they're still committed to launching this year. They haven't said anything else.
All right, that's good news, because I ain't going to front. I was nervous for a while, thinking that they might delay it till next year. And it was like we had to wait again. So, that's something. There's no release date, but at least we know it's sometime this year.
But 10 characters. So
10 characters at launch.
From the previous beta build, you add Jinx. That's now 7. That should be playable in the next alpha. And then 3 unannounced or as of yet released characters on top of that. And you're probably thinking that's not the biggest roster for a fighting game launch, especially for a nominated.
It's good. It's good enough. I'm just ready for them to release the game.
Necessarily disagree.
Please, y'all don't complain about low rosters, and they might, because if you do that, they might start reconsidering and actually give you more people in the roster before releasing the game. We've seen that before where people complain so much, so now that the game developers delay the game, we have to wait another year just so they can add 5 or 7 more characters. Like, no, Please, y'all, don't complain on this. I'm ready for this game to come out. They can build characters as the time going. It's going to be free to play. You get 10 characters right off the bat. That's very good. So is it low compared to other games? Yes, but I'm not here to compare. I'm looking at this. 10 characters, good enough, especially since this game's been, I don't know how long it's been in development, but I've been waiting since 2023. It's 2025 now. Please don't complain about this.
Riot trip, which would have been about, oh my God, about 2 years ago now, almost. One of the things that was asked of many of us there is like, okay, what do you think an ideal roster launch size is? And I said, personally, this is only me, but I said it should be at least 16. That was the Street Fighter
I said
5
15, but yeah,
roster.
close
Street
enough.
Fighter
But
5
I'm cool.
was
10 is good.
shredded
It's good enough to
for
start.
having only 16 characters. Now, I think, opinions have changed a little bit over time. We realize, game development's harder and expensive than it used to be. We can't exactly pad out fighting game rosters the same anymore with palette swaps or just outright clones anymore. But
Jinx was like a lot of fun in this game, bro.
I can see some people being disappointed with that, but then also keep in mind this is very much by design a live service game, and as long as they keep a pace better than say Street Fighter 6 and there's 4 characters a year, as long as the characters come at a decent-ish pace, then then all can be forgiven. Today's problem 6 months down the road when there's more characters becomes less and less of an issue.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Also, they did make it very
yeah, it'll
clear
be
that
10 on launch, but
things
like you said, 6 months
characters,
later we'll have
there can be
15
things
or
like
something like that
new
characters.
fuses, new grooves to the game, right? And a fuse is as important as a character, right? Because it changes how each character plays. So I don't know. It's one of those deals now. You look at it on its face, maybe it seems content light early on, but 10 characters with a variety of fuses.
Jinx looks so good in this game, bro. Gameplay, but also just the different character skins.
There might be so much content that we forgot whatever shortcomings launch may have. Maybe it won't really be that big of a deal in the end. Like you're seeing here with some of the footage that was provided by Riot, there's already hell of skins, right?
Yes.
And if I know a thing or two about the Riot community and League of Legends fans, they love their skins.
I do. I love them.
And so, we already got 2 different kinds of Jinx here. We have Zombie Slayer Jinx and Pool Party Jinx. And they've already given us a bit of a showcase of what's to come, as we'll see some of these new skins in the
That's my main character right there. I like this skin too.
And
Lifeguard
we
edition.
have Pool Party Ari, right? And that'll move some units of DLC, I think. Like basically here, before we even have any kind of real proper release, the content engine, the content mill, if you will, is already churning.
I'm down.
So, skins, avatar,
as long as they're not
stickers,
ridiculous with these
logos,
prices.
whatever. Like we even
Excuse me,
have
I'm down
custom
for it.
KO victory screens, right? Like they got some stuff. If you want to do your cosmetics,
that's cool.
They got your back. Don't worry. If I can make a suggestion, so like a character dies, if they do like the Street Fighter 2 like that, I would buy that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is they got
Back in
so
the
much
old
already
days.
planned. Obviously, like new characters, of course, because more characters equals more skins, more emotes, more victory screen, more everything to sell you. It's a live service game. This is the plan. And if you're watching the video, you're probably a sucker like me, and you're probably gonna buy most of it.
I have no
back
shame.
In the day when I played
As long as they're
League,
not ridiculous
this
with
is
it.
Before all this like key or chest system, you guys got to get free skins. I just had to buy it all. I was a sucker for it. But yeah, long story short, effectively, maybe you could argue content light at launch, whenever launch may be. Probably this year. They haven't changed their minds on that yet.
Dude, if they release it at Evo,
but
bro,
the content will
in August, that would be amazing, dude. Oh, I would be
It's free
so
to play
hyped, ready to
after
get
all,
home to
right?
play
So
it.
Your initial investment's not going to be too much. Also,
I could just see it. I could see it, bro. They'll surprise. They won't say anything, and then like in one of the tournaments, whether Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Street, whatever, someone from Riot will get on stage and say, "I want to show y'all something," and it shows the trailer, and then people thinking it's a release date trailer, and it's like, no, out now, bro. Oh my goodness, dude! I would just lay back. I'm ready to go home. All right, thank you, Eva. I appreciate it. I want to get home right now. Bro, if they ever do, bro, please do that. If not, release it earlier, but still.
It's completely free. They're just testing around.
I'll take it earlier.
Battle Pass and all that. See how it all works with a live player base. So you don't got to spend nothing yet. So along with this, so they mentioned Jinx, and Jinx, like we've already had a little bit of a look at her. She plays about what you would think. She is an annoying zoner character. She can fill the screen with trash and garbage. all sorts of little buddies, all sorts of like miniguns, rockets. Like, she will probably very frustrating to fight in the hands of a capable Jinx, for sure, right? But on top of that, they've also announced and showcased a lot.
Why don't you laugh? I mean, you'll know the ins and outs of how to counter her.
Like, deeply serious, major.
Because one thing I have noticed is that her machine gun only goes half screen. So it's not like they can just sit there and just shoot that. It's not going to reach anything. I mean, she still has the other ones where she can throw at you, those other projectiles. But, you know, it's as long as you, I mean, just lab the character. You'll be fine.
On multiple fronts, like adding all new fuses,
Zone type character's been around forever.
But also changing how major gameplay mechanics work. And not just like adding stuff or changing like the number, like also removing stuff for the better. Like say the base assist call, right? If you played the previous build at all, if you've seen previous older footage, you could hold the button and your character would run before they do their assist, right? And now that's removed from the game. Okay, well actually you can do it, but only in one of the specific new fuses, which we'll talk about. Like for me, like when I was playing, this was a crutch. I would just shield up with Braum and have Ari do her projectile assist over and just run behind me the whole time, threatening it. And then once you realized it for what it was, I'd let go of the shield at command grade. Like I built a whole game plan around that mechanic. And now
that was smart to do that grab.
For the most part, gone. And honestly,
I'm sorry. I'm looking at. I'm listening to him. I'm just. This gameplay is awesome as well.
I guess. Like I actually think that's good. You call the assist, and then they do the assist. No more variable. Like have them run for a minute, and then they have to worry about multiple things at once. Right? They do the job they're supposed to do first and foremost. So I'm down with that, and we'll rapid fire some of the other changes here. But first, let's talk about those new fuses, because once again, fuses are as important to the gameplay as the actual characters themselves, and they're adding some pretty big deals. Specifically, our two new fuses are Juggernaut and Sidekick.
I don't know why the fuses have got so much.
Out of the gate,
like that is so controversial. You have one side that loves it, the other side that doesn't care, but then there's a bigger side that complains about it. I hear more complaints about the fuses than anybody else. Then I'm talking about anybody else as in the ones in the middle and those who love the fuses. What's the problem? The different styles of play, what's wrong with that? And it's not that I'm having an issue with those who hate it. I just want to know. Like I just hear people saying it's terrible. Well, can you tell me why it's terrible? You know, just let me know in the comments. If you don't like the fuses, please let me know in the comments. What is the big issue in your opinion with them? And I hope it's not the one where I hope people are not complaining about it makes the game easier on certain things you use. I hope it's more than that. Hopefully it's actually something else that I don't know about. Because honestly, I'm getting tired of that conversation. It's making it easier for such and such. If you're good at the game, you don't care what's easy for somebody. You're going to dominate regardless. But it could be another reason. Let me know.
Major similarity in that.
Please.
You still pick two characters, sure. But like the character that's up front is the character. There is no tagging out manually or anything like that. You can switch characters between rounds, so you can still have access to both characters. But for both, like the character you pick, that is your character. You're getting a fundamentally very different kind of experience. So specifically in Sidekick, you have a Fury bar instead of a break bar, and this is the same for Juggernaut. Basically, your combo breaker now in Fury.
Sorry. Remember the Fury fuse from the last beta? It's gone. Fury is now a base mechanic either when you lose a character or always on in these fuses. See, I didn't play the last beta, so I can't give much insight on that. That's why I actually want to play it for myself when the new one comes out. But I did play the game at Evo, but that was a while ago. And I played a couple few. I don't think it was this one at all. So for it being gone, it has no factor to me because I haven't put my time to know if it was good or not. So I hope I can play it this time.
Sidekick, you have a Fury bar instead of a break bar, and this is the same for Juggernaut. Basically, your combo breaker now in Fury, if you have a fuse that lets you have Fury, just turns it from a breaker to an offensive deal that you can do, wall bounce combos. Like think of it like a Roman cancel or something like that, right? You can bounce people off the wall or an X Factor. You do it and they block. You're always advantage on block. It's always your turn. You can do things like dash cancel combos, all that kind of stuff. It's really strong, right? But yeah, so for Sidekick, you only have your main character. That's it. You get a health buff So you can call in your assists as normal, but that's it. You'll never be able to tag out. So to compensate, your character can take more damage in the end. And has a bunch of other little traits here, like you have 5 maximum bars. That's also the same for Juggernaut. And you start with a bar as well. And when you're being hit and you're just getting smoked, you can time button presses to take less damage. It's effectively for the player who wants to play pure support in like a League of Legends term, right? So if you're playing duos, and many people will play duos, if you want to help out the fight, but you don't actually want to fight yourself, this is basically effectively tailor-made for that experience.
That's interesting.
Assist. If your main player is being hit, you can, as long as you time your button presses correctly, make them take less damage. So it's still an interactive experience, even though you're quote-unquote tagged out. So awesome for the people looking for that duo experience, in my opinion. Conversely, Juggernaut.
That's
also
an interesting
really
way to.
good for a certain kind
That's
of player.
very
experience.
interesting. Sorry.
Once again, here you can have more meters. You have the Fury bar instead of the Break bar, so you get those kind of bonuses. You can do tag supers by yourself, as in you can combo your own supers into your own supers. You don't need another character, unique only to this fuse, so only solo tag supers, if you will. You also have more health, because of course you would, because you're only one character. You don't even get the assist. There is no assist. The other fuse has assist, this one doesn't. So you start with 2 bars to compensate on, you have more health, sure. But the thing is this, it's a tag game. Tag games are scary. Learning more than one character is scary. I deal a lot in fighting game education, right? And specifically, I also push forward a lot of SNK games. And, I love King of Fighters. Right?
Honestly, until I get my hands on it, I can't
try King of Fighters,
say if that's good or not.
Of learning multiple
It's interesting, but
doesn't
I got to
give
get my
you
hands
an
on
option,
it to
right?
try it
You
for
gotta play
myself.
3 characters. In this game, until now,
And there's so many different fuses to use, so I mean,
and
that's the one thing I love about it is the diversity
it's
in
hard
it.
enough to learn a character in a fighting game. Fighting games are hard and weird. Like, that stuff sucks. So this fuse gives you the option, okay, I just want to learn one character.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll learn more on the road, right? But for now, I just want to play one character. And this fuse is explicitly tailor-made.
That's good.
You play exactly one character. You get a lot
If you want to lab with that
compensatory
character and still want to play online against others, this is probably the best way to go. I would do this. This is probably the best way to go, where you just want to focus on the one until you are, because some people, they want to make sure they're masters with a character before even thinking, even on a tag game like this, they want to do that before even thinking about another one. That is something I would probably do. I mean, I would mix it up. Y'all know me, I like mixing things up. But if I'm like, okay, I want a hard press with one character because I keep messing up on a certain thing, this is the way to go. And to still be able to play online, because obviously in training mode you can do it, but I'm talking about online, facing against people. This is smart.
It's hard enough to learn a character in a fighting game. Fighting games are hard and weird. Like, that stuff sucks. So this fuse gives you the option, okay, I just want to learn one character for now. Maybe I'll learn more on the road, right? But for now, I just want to play one character. And this fuse is explicitly tailor-made that you play exactly one character. You get a lot of compensatory buffs for the fact that you're losing your second character, you're losing assists and all that kind of stuff. You're getting stuff for it, sure.
Yeah.
Right? This is tailor-made. If you only want to learn one character, it's awesome. Also, it has a fully unique mechanic as well. You don't even get the option of tagging to people, right? So when you hit your tag button, you don't tag. You knock out the opponent's character. And you send in their other character into the match against their will. This is snapback, which was something you could argue the game was missing.
Yeah, we've seen that in fighting games before.
You have the
Fighters, Marvel's Capcom,
which the game otherwise didn't really have, because normally a character dies, you reset, right? So now, if I snap your character back, you got the new character incoming, you might have to guess XYZ mix-up. And depending on the character, that might be like worth it in and of itself. Like some characters might thrive in this exact scenario to force incoming mix-ups, right? It really depends on players' ability to defend on incoming, I suppose. We'll have to see it in action, but potentially actually amazing. Like, even if this is like a quote-unquote more newbie-friendly fuse, like, that can sell me right there just on its face. And now to rapid fire a lot of stuff here. I don't want to just regurgitate everything they went into on their video, because they went through a lot, right? Like, watch that video. But just things like player expression, combo expression, all that kind of stuff, they're doing good. Like our new last strike system. So if a move spikes, wall bounces, whatever, if you do it twice in a combo, it'll automatically end the combo, but you get compensatory buffs. And they're big deals, like choosing how you want to end your combo besides always just, I just do whatever does the most damage and most meter. Now you choose, okay, this definitively will give me more meter. This will give me a better knockdown, better Oki situation. Like, that's can change combo to combo. You might not always want to do the same thing twice. You got to do what this situation calls for. So that's really cool. And they've also mentioned things like there's less hit stop on hits. So combos will be shorter overall on top of just kind of changing combo routing. So less time being spent in combos, more times actually fighting. That's nice. Lots of making just like the control layout more universal. So like things like down heavy, that's just universal, launcher, anti-air, both. You don't got to worry about down heavy, down forward heavy, all that. So just less things to worry about. That's nice. One change I found particularly interesting is effectively what you would call a new layer of push block. One change I found particularly interesting is effectively what you would call a new layer of push block. So the game already has push block, but it takes meter, and people never
Push
want to
what?
spend meter
Push
on
what?
things. I found particularly interesting is effectively what you would call a new layer of push block. So the game already has push block, but it takes
Right.
meter, and people never want to spend meter on things that don't.
I don't understand what he
damage,
was
right?
saying there.
So it's strong-ish, but it costs meter. And you have the retreating guard, where you can kind of move you push block yourself backwards, although you're vulnerable to lows, so it does have a distinct weakness on top of it, cornering yourself. So they gave another way to push block, which is very strong, but also with a defined weakness. So you can effectively have your assist push block the enemy, and then, push back very far, yes, but it also leaves them on screen. So for one, it resets your assist timer, sure, so you're locked out assist. So you did a defensive thing, now you can't spam assist as much for a few seconds. Okay, so that's a weakness in and of itself, but if both of your characters are on screen, you only get to control one. Sure, you can handshake into the other one. So if someone knows you're going to use your assist push block, they could do XYZ special, super, whatever, because they know someone's going to be on screen. So if you got a low health character coming to help you do the assist push block, then theoretically Jinx can just immediately go for beam super and blow them away, right? And maybe you handshake, tag, and then they block, but then the other character you just handshaked out of, they're the one getting blown away, right? So like it seems to be built like it's obviously very strong. You effectively get a push block for free, but it does leave a key weakness open against you. Cool thing that adds more depth of the gameplay, in my opinion.
Right, but what was the name he said? Push what? That was what I understand what he's talking about there. I just didn't know what he called that.
I found particularly interesting is effectively what you would call a new layer of push block. So the game already
Just a new layer of push block. To be real, y'all, I thought he said something push bloom or something like that. I was like, wait, what? But a new layer of push block. Okay. My bad. I did not understand that name he said, but push block. Okay. I understand this mechanic here. I was just confused the name he gave out.
More depth of the gameplay, in my opinion. So once again, I don't want to belabor every single change. Watch that video. We also have what are effective patch notes for everything. So if you want to check that out,
I'm going to check that out.
I'll link that in the video description. But lots of things are coming for the game. Like, I think this is almost all upside as far as the
I'm gonna still have to watch that live stream, see if there's anything I missed, or just go to that link he was talking about.
Rush the game out the door
because I'm pretty sure there's a lot more interesting stuff as well.
The only real questions I have aren't even necessarily these mechanics as stated, because I do like them. It's more on the character end of things. Like Braum, I found Braum really fun to play. Right? I don't think Braum was very good, honestly. So like, I would like to see what changes. Or conversely, I want to find Alawi fun to play, right? I thought, honestly, she's kind of
Alawi's a lot of fun. I would remember using her.
Compared to what some of the other characters like Echo or Ari can do. So
the traps are very nice.
Mechanical changes to the character themselves, like I would love to see where that's going. I'm sure the characters will be very different gameplay balance-wise compared to the previous alpha test. I'm looking for more reason to like the characters that I like, effectively, right? So all this overarching stuff sounds good, sounds great. I'm looking forward to it. Buff Alawi, please. That's what I'll say, right? But yeah, that's the big update. And if this is the decision making going forward, then I got really high hopes for the game, because these are a lot of smart changes. And if they keep this level of thought, dedication and thought process going forward, like, okay, that probably will lead to good things in the future. For the beta test, unfortunately, still somewhat limited in scope. The big worldwide test, I don't know when. Like, this game ain't coming out before Evo. We know that because otherwise it would be at Evo, right?
I'm telling y'all, it would be amazing if they announced it at Evo.
So sometime before the holiday-ish, hopefully a proper worldwide test. So
yo, just give it to us like that. Just give it to us at Evo.
I hope the best for every single
bro. The last day of Evo, release the game.
I want
dude,
to be the best
you talking about players ready to go, especially the ones at Evo who are fighting game players.
The best fighting game it can be. So here's hoping. So check the video description for additional links to check out the patch notes, check out the video, all that kind of stuff. And other than that, that is the end of the video.
All right, shout out to him. I'll put the original video description below. But yeah, dude, if they, bro, my birthday ain't till December, but that I would call that an early birthday present. I guess we'll see. The only thing I'm thinking about right now is the only thing I want right now is to be able to play the alpha test when it comes out. It was such a bummer not to be able to do it last time. I wasn't invited to do it. Did everything I was supposed to online and never played it. I hope I can get it this time. And what was it, the 28th through the 30th or something like that? I will play it all day, basically all day of that game, and just learn the heck out of it, bro. This is the kind of game I want. So, and Evo, I'm gonna say it right now. They're going to announce the release date of 2XKO last day at Evo. Last day. They're not going to announce it for a later date. They're going to announce it to be released that day. Bro, I'm saying it right now. But I guess we'll see. I'll put the original video in the description below. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think about it. And I'm still going to look at that link of all the pages of them, of Riot talking about this game and the updates that's coming. Just in case I missed anything important. But yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll check y'all later.